All right. Hey there, kiddos. Welcome to our first recorder lesson of January of 2021. Isn't that crazy? 2021. Welcome. And this lesson is going to be a review of all the notes that we've done so far. The reason we're doing this review is because some things are going to be changing on the website. I'm going to be making some updates for 2021. I want this to still be on the new page, okay, that we'll have for our recorder lessons, or at our main page. The other videos that we've had so far will be available still to you, okay, so no worries about that. But this is maybe just a quick and easy way to go through all of our notes. And I want you to do this this first couple weeks back from school, okay? I want you to go through all these notes. We're going to have a little homework assignment based on this video too, okay? So let's go back through and let's review all the notes we've done so far in 2020, okay? Here is, well, most of the notes we can make on the recorder, okay? Most of the notes we're going to be doing this year. At least we'll probably get to most of these this year. So we're going to go ahead and go through all the notes that we've done so far. So let's start with our first note, and that is B, right? And the B note, okay, as you can see by this diagram, okay, calls for our recorder, okay, so make sure you got that in your hand, all right? And remember, for these first few notes, right, until we get to our level 3 stuff, we're going to go ahead and put our hand down here at the bottom. Notice I'm holding it with just my thumb and 2 fingers down here under the notch, right? Not holding the bottom hole down here, not putting my fingers on any of the holes with my right hand, okay? My right hand is just on this notch holding it. Okay, all right, now I'm going to take my left hand, and we can see from the diagram, I'm going to put my thumb on the back hole, and I'm going to put my first finger on the first hole, okay, and that is our B. It sounds like this, okay, or quarter notes, okay, that's our B, all right, and we can look at it, look at the music, okay, because this is another part of this review. Is look at the music, okay, the written music here. We can see that the B is on that center line, right? So when we see that note on the center line there, that's a B, all right? All right, let's go to the next note. So that was our B. The next note we did was A. Let's go ahead and move in on that one. And our A we can see is same thing. We got our hand on the bottom, our thumb on the back hole, first finger on the first, second finger on the second hole, and that is our A. It goes like this. Quarter notes. Okay, that's our A. And again, we can see that we dropped down on the recorder. So we went from 1 finger to 2 fingers. It made it lowered the note. Listen. See how it went lower? Okay. Went ba, ba, right? It went a little bit lower. And that happened on the music here too. We can see that. It went from that middle line into the space under the line, right? And that's our A. So B would be on the line up here. A is now right there, right in the middle of this line. Okay, that's 2 notes. The next note we did was G, right? Okay, so now G, we're gonna lower again. And we can see that here in the music. Here's the B line, the one that's right here in the middle. The A space is right there below that. And G is down here on the line. Okay, that next line down. And so we're going to do the same thing with our fingers. So we hold down on the bottom, we have our thumb on the back hole, we have our first finger, our second finger, and down one more, third finger. And that is our G. And it sounds like this. Quarter notes. Okay. All right, so again, we lowered down. I mean, listen to the difference. Here's B. It's a lot higher, right? Now A, a little bit lower, and then G. And as we go down the recorder, we can also hear those notes going down. And we see that going down here on the music, right? Okay, so those were our first 3 notes. That's level 1. Our level 2 notes are C and D. So instead of going down, we're gonna go now up from B, okay? So let's take a look on C. So here is the B line, and look, the note is 1 up from the B line, okay? But if we only have, here's the B, right? With our thumb and our first finger, we can't really go up, right? So we do a little bit different with our fingers here. So we're going to go ahead and remember when we're going to switch to having our middle finger play the second one and leaving that top hole empty. We can see that from the diagram, right? Okay, so our thumb is on, right? And our middle finger's on the second hole, okay? That's our C, and that's up from B a little bit. Listen to it. Quarter notes. Okay, that's our C, all right? So again, you can hear our B. You can hear it going up, right? Okay, that's not as high as we can go. We can still go one more, okay? So there's our C. We're gonna go up now to this line up here, and that is our D. You see how we went from the center, the C space to the D line, okay? So there it is. There's our D, and our D now doesn't have our thumb. You can see that from the diagram, right? Okay, so we got our, we're holding on to the recorder, and this is important because if you don't do this, you're gonna drop your recorder. So you have your hand on your recorder. We're gonna go ahead and put our middle finger on that second hole, okay? But our thumb is waving in the air. Now you don't have to wave it in the air. You can keep it on the, behind back here, just as long as it's off the hole, right? Okay, and D is our highest note. Remember, don't blow too hard with this because, well, if you blow a little too hard with this, it starts to sound a little bad, okay? It actually goes to a different D if you blow even harder. But anyway, it goes like this. And that's about the highest natural note we can make with this recorder, okay? We can keep going to a higher octave, but we'll do that another time. Anyway, it goes like this. Okay, and you can hear that. Here's the B, up to C, and then D. That's pretty high, right? Okay. All right. So those are all the normal notes for level 1 and 2, okay? We did one other note in one of the songs, and that was the F sharp, okay? And that was our first level 3 song requiring another hand, right? So let's take a look at that note. Okay, and if you didn't do that song that required this, that's okay. You can learn this for the first time now, okay? So the F sharp is now going to require our other hand. So we're going to go ahead and put our thumb on the back hole, finger on the first hole, next on the second. Okay, so we got basically a G here, right? With 3 fingers and a thumb. So our other hand, we're going to go ahead and just rest our thumb on the back, okay? That kind of will help us, keep it steady, okay? As I showed in that song, okay, we can now cover the rest of the holes with our fingers, our remaining fingers. See? We're going to go ahead and leave this pinky of the top hand just kind of curled up. Don't worry about that pinky, okay? So we've got our first finger, second, third, and our pinky can go on that last hole, okay? And look, we can cover the whole recorder now, right? Pretty cool. But we're not going to do that for F sharp. You can see from the diagram an F sharp, okay, only requires these 2 fingers right here. So this hole where my first finger would go is open, and my pinky's not going to play that bottom double hole, okay? But we are going to use our ring and our middle finger, okay? And it's going to sound like this. Okay, and you can hear that's a lot lower, right, than all the notes that we've been playing so far. And it shows a lot lower down here too on the music, okay? And I've been saying F sharp. This symbol right here looks like a hashtag. That's the sharp symbol, okay? You don't really have to worry about that just yet. We might talk about that later when we get a little bit more music theory going here, but at the moment, just know that that's why I'm calling it an F sharp, is because it's got this sharp symbol, okay? And that's where it is, right there. That's the F space on the clef, okay? No, not on the clef. On the oh my gosh, I'm having my brain is not working. Let's just suffice it to call it the space right now, okay? Because my brain will not come up with the actual term for these lines. I bet you've got it though. I bet some of you are yelling at your screens right now. So you know what? Let's move up and look. I'll move down and look. There it is. The staff. That's the word I couldn't think of. The staff on the lines. Okay? All right. So that being said, that's our review. Now, I will put this on your your assignment, okay, on Seesaw. But what I would like you to do is, now that we've reviewed all of these notes we've done so far, you're welcome to go pick a song this week too to go practice. You should be picking a song every week to practice, at least one, right, to get better at, okay? But what I want you to do for your assignment on Seesaw is I want you to go through and say I want you to record yourself for your teacher saying, okay, I'm going to play all the notes now. So here's the B note. Okay, here's the A note. All right, here's the G note, and so on and so forth until you do all the notes we've done so far. So that would be that would be B, A, G, C, D, and F sharp. So you have 6 notes to show your teacher that you know how to play. And you can practice it on this video a few times before doing it, okay? All right. Welcome to 2021, my friends, and we are going to have a lot more music to do. So Mr. Griffin does have a new song up this week too, yeah, I hope you have fun practicing this week and next week. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.